Hi guys, Michael here. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Innokin iTaste VV version 3. It's variable voltage and variable wattage battery. So this is the box it comes in. Pretty well packaged. When you open it up, you'll find you have a user manual. It's quite thick, but it is in quite a few different languages. Instructions are pretty good in comparison to some other products I've purchased that are similar to this. That's what's inside. So you've got the battery and you have the charging cable. There is another kit you can buy that comes with the clearomizer and the atomizers and stuff, but I've got all my own, so I just purchased the battery and charger. So one thing I noticed that I wasn't the biggest fan of is the micro USB port. I prefer the mini USB port, which you'll find on the usual Ego T batteries. Just seems to be more common of a cable, but no big deal. So that's how it comes. I'm going to be using my Kanga EVOD clearomizer and atomizer all in here. Got it already full of juice, so you just screw that on. It's 510 threaded, Ego threaded, so there's a lot of atomizers, a lot of things you can put on these. It has 3-click protection, so the button won't fire unless you've clicked it 3 times. So that's off, so it won't fire, and now it's on. It comes with a little screen at the bottom, so if you hold the 2 plus and minus buttons together, oops, upside down, it'll tell you the voltage, the ohms of the atomizer, what that's reading, so 2, and the voltage a recommended voltage. So you can change the voltage and things like that. If you hold the plus button and the power button, you can change the wattage of the unit. If you hold the negative button and the power button, you can change the voltage of the unit. It's at 4.6 right now, but usually I run it a little lower than that. I watched a lot of reviews on this before I purchased it, and they were all pretty good. But when I got it, I was pretty let down. But reason being, I got left some notes while I used it. The first atomizer I used was a 1.5 ohm, so it was an extreme low resistance that I usually use with my Ego T here. I think it's Ego C maybe? Yeah, Ego C. So yeah, just very poor performance, wasn't getting any good throat hit, hardly any vapor, and pretty bad taste. If I used it too often, it would be a bit of a burnt taste. So what I tried to do, well, I noticed a lot of the other people's reviews, they were using a higher ohms atomizer. So I did have a 1.8 laying around, and as soon as I chucked that in, world of difference, massive world of difference. Massive throat hit, even on voltages around 4 volts. Just huge difference, awesome, love it. Probably couldn't go back to the Ego C now, in all honesty. Ego C is a great unit, but after using this, it's just yeah, world of difference. Yeah, I was usually vaping on about 4.2 to 4.4 volts. This unit goes from 3.3 to 5 volts in 0.1 volt increments, so pretty good. And variable wattage, wattage can be adjusted from 6 to 11 watts in 0.5 watt increments. So yeah, not too bad. So I did a little bit of it's 800 milliamp battery. A lot of people were saying the battery life wasn't the greatest, so I charged it to full and saw how long it lasted. It lasted me 24 hours, including 8 hours of sleep. I consider myself to be a pretty heavy vapor, so I was really happy. The only issue I found was It has a yellow light that comes up when the battery is meant to be 50% and a red light when it's getting pretty near low. The issue that I found is that the yellow light came on and 2 hours later was a red light, and from the red light to flat it was only about 10-15 minutes. So just be wary of, you know, probably once it's yellow it's probably pretty good idea to get to a charger as soon as you can. But yeah, it lasted me 24 hours minus 8 hours sleeping, and yeah, as I said, pretty heavy vapor, so I was pretty impressed with that. You know, it's USB pass-through, so you can use it while it's being charged, so you know, if you're always near a computer or a USB port, it shouldn't be a problem. I'm just going to read off some of the things on the back of the box here. So, puff counter, I forgot to show you that. So if you hold down any of the buttons, and there you go, any of the buttons down there, whoops, wait till it clears, any of the buttons, there's a puff counter there. So if we hold fire it up, should say 8 now, yep. So puff counter, LED battery indicator, so as I was saying, green when it's well charged, yellow when it's meant to be halfway, and red when it's pretty close to flat. 10-second cutoff, so if this button is held down for 10 seconds, say it's in your pocket, you forget to turn it off, and it's firing in your pocket, after 10 seconds it will turn itself off, so it won't burn out any atomizers or anything like that. And yeah, as I said, USB pass-through, so you can use it while you're charging it. Settings retention, holds all the settings, so even if I turn it off and on or charge it or anything like that, it holds my settings. So the settings I've got now are 4.6 volts, which is it's pretty high. I've been usually about 4.2, 4.3, something like that. So let's see how she vapes. Yeah, awesome. Great taste, massive clouds, and good throat hit. Very good throat hit. What colours it comes in: white, black, chameleon, and pearl chrome. I've got the white. Looks pretty cool. A lot of people said the problem they found with it is that the buttons were rattly. Not sure if you can hear that, but it's not really a big deal. I don't shake it around. Yeah, so any tips for anyone that wants to grab one of these? I'd say definitely use a higher ohm atomizer, because the extremely low resistance, which is 1.5 ohm, it just wasn't good at all. So the next one I'm going to try is a 2.1, which I think is what they come with. If you're starting out, just buy the whole kit. That's probably the easiest option. But if you know what you're doing, you've got all these spare parts, then yeah, try a higher ohms atomizer in it, and I'm sure you'll be happy. It's a great bit of kit. I'm really happy. So yeah, that's my review. Thanks for watching.